Good morning, students. Today we are going to take up part B of marketing management, where we'll be taking up the functions of marketing. If we see the functions of marketing briefly, it involves 12 stages: marketing research, marketing planning, product designing and development, standardization and grading, packing and labeling, branding, setting up customer support service, pricing, promotion, physical distribution, transportation, and warehousing. So you have 12 as per your CBSE NCERT norms. Now usually they ask 1 mark question on this. Anyone they might take up and 1 mark question on that, except for few which will be coming under overlapping effect of P4 concept, that is marketing mix. We'll be dealing that later on. Right now in brief we'll be taking up the functions of marketing. Let us see the first function is the research work. In marketing, the research is taken up. Most important function of marketer is to gather and analyze market information. This will help to identify the need of the customer and take valuable decision for efficient marketing of the product and services. Once you understand your customer thoroughly, you can base your product design on this information. And we have taken one example of this hair oil, that what exactly is the requirement in terms of the quality of the oil that a customer looks for, price, the packaging, and other elements. Next is marketing planning. Based on the research information that you have got, you go for planning. That is a logical step where a clear thing about the objective of the company, of what it wishes to achieve, is to be seen. Then you figure out timeline to achieve these objectives, and finally you plan your marketing strategy. Remember, in part A we had discussed about strategy, that it is a long-term confidential plan to counteract the impact of your competitor. So here you are planning your marketing strategy for the company. For example, a marketer for cell phone having 20% market share in India aims to achieve 40% market share in next 3 years. So how would you plan for it? Third stage is product designing and development. Here, as per the consumer's research, you need to develop the product that suits the need of the customer. The design of the product is also an important factor in many products. For example, when buying a car, a customer not only considers its features like cost, mileage, etc., but also its shape, color, style. Or even when we keep antique pieces, what you could see, lampshade there, the ethnic look that it gives, or a simple concept of a middle income group people. Horlicks bottle, initially it was of glass. The jar was of glass, which was more prone for breaking. So people suggested that the way Bournvita goes for, have plastic container and with a gripping so that you can hold it properly. So that was a suggestion which the company incorporated later on in terms of its packaging. Next is standardization and grading. As you could see, the ports which can be easily fixed in any computer terminal. Now the purpose of standardization and grading is to give longevity to the product, easy replacement, In my 11th also, I had given you the example of street, that a very stable bike cum scooty not seen in the market only because the spare parts were not available. So standardization refers to producing goods of predetermined specifications such as quality, price, packaging, etc., which ensures uniformity in the product. So all the customers get the same product of the same design and quality. This will facilitate purchasing by description. If I say you want 80-gram silk, you know what you are asking for. This will facilitate purchasing by description. Buyers need not inspect, test and evaluate goods, and these standards needs to be maintained throughout. Standard size suitable for all company products leads to easy replacement. Next is packaging and labeling. A package is a container or a wrapper in which the product is enclosed, and labeling is putting the identification mark on the package, giving the details about the product. Now they are interrelated, packaging and labeling, and the first impression your product makes on the consumer, so that they are essential in terms of awareness. They're not only to protect and identify the product commodity, but they are used as marketing tools. As you could see on the container, first you see the packaging of it, and then in labeling, the price, quality, date of manufacturing, expiry date, all the relevant details are being given. Normally, when we will go in detail for labeling, you will see that at times they ask you to design a label for product. That also may be SOS. So save on soon. Accordingly, you have to design. Next, branding. This again we will be taking up in detail later on in marketing mix. Right now you have to understand that it is a process of giving name, sign or symbol or design to identify your product from that of the others in the market, that is differentiating them from those of the competitors. So one is generic name and other is brand name. Example of a brand names are Sony, KFC Chicken, Pepsi, etc. The brand name must be selected very carefully, as customers' loyalty depends upon the brand name. Certain brand names enjoy incredible goodwill in the market and it can benefit the product. What you could see, the generic name is bike and brand name Honda. Next is setting up customer support service or after sales service. Both will be same. In present day marketing, we say customer is the king. We'll be taking up this concept again in next chapter, caveat emptor and caveat vendor. So the customer satisfaction is the main motto of every businessman, and as a very important function of marketing management, it relates to developing your customer support service such as handling of customer complaints or grievances, after sales services, maintenance services, technical support, etc. So normally you will find most of the companies, they have their one service center which is attending on to this after sales services, and this could be, as you could see in the image, with your service inquiry being classified into spare part service, repair service, on-site support. What exactly you want? You have to specify. Next is pricing. All clumsy elements that you find, that positioning at which place, at what time you put your product would decide the price. So positioning of your product, profitability, realistic, then convert, then market condition, manufacturing cost, marketplace, competition, everything together interacts and you come to a point which we say is an affordable price which customer is willing to pay you. So this is one of the most important function of marketing. The price of the product will largely depend on its success or failure. Factors like demand, market condition, competition will be considered to come up with the correct pricing strategy. We'll be dealing with pricing. We'll see two major pricing strategies. There are many, but two, price skimming and price penetration, are in your syllabus. That will be dealing later on. Price skimming, we keep the price high to meet the luxury products to the exclusive group in the society. And price penetration for day-to-day necessity item and to meet the needs of a common man. Next is promotion. Promotion refers to informing the customer about the firm's product, their features, and persuading them to buy these products. Normally, we have four promotion methods: advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, and publicity. The company must decide on its best promotion mix. You cannot restrict to one. So it's in different combination mix, which one you want to take up out of the existing four methods. Next is physical distribution. Whatever you have produced, unless and until it is penetrating and moving till the consumers or the customers, there's no point having it. So another important function of marketing management is making plans regarding distribution of the goods or the services. Physical distribution includes decision like choice of channel of distribution, maintaining inventory, storage, warehouse. As you could see, from producers, it is coming to distributor, then to the retailers, then to the customers. Next is transportation. Now, we have different modes of transportation depending upon which commodity and what distance is to be covered. It involves physical movement of commodities from its place of production to the place of consumption. The company must analyze its transportation need after taking into account various factors such as nature of product, cost, geographical boundary of its market, and then you come to right choice. For example, normally for heavy machineries and if you are having sea connectivity, sea route is preferred. When it is very costly, expensive but lightweight, airways is being preferred. So it's all individual specific about the company and the product. Last but not the least, I would say, is warehousing or the storage aspect. As we have seen, there is always a lag time between the production and consumption of the product. Sometimes the products are seasonal also, or the supply is irregular, or there are production difficulties. But company likes to maintain a smooth flow of goods for its customers. So storage and warehousing of goods are necessary. Now we say inventory management itself is a big concept and a course curriculum for diploma, where there are various techniques we adopt in warehousing. Right now you have to understand as a function of marketing only that it is giving a bridging impact in between the production and the supply so that continuity is there. You need not say no to a customer while you are delivering the product. With this, we have finished all the functions for warehousing as well as, the functions of marketing. Thanks for being with me. Next video will be taking up role of marketing along with the fundamental concept of marketing mix. The fundamental concept of marketing mix. And thereafter we'll be taking up individually all the P's. So please be with me for further learning in this chapter. God bless you all.